Hello folks and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party, and let's try Citizens of Earth. It is by Eden Industries. There is a Kickstarter going right now. It's got a goal of $100,000. That is Canadian, so I don't know if they use dollars or quarts of maple syrup or hockey pucks or A's. Whatever it is, they need it by October 20th. $15 is the minimum to get a digital copy of the game. And there appears to be a lot of experience in the team. A lot of the folks working on this have also worked on major titles like Luigi's Mansion, Wii Punch-Out, Guacamelee, etc. There is also a demo on the Kickstarter page, which is what I will be playing. I will put links to all of this below the video in the info page. With all that said, let's go ahead and get started. I have a level 4 mom and a level 4 brother. Now, you play as Vice President of the world. And unlike a lot of RPGs, you don't actually play as, or you don't actually battle yourself. As any good politician would do, you have everyone else do your dirty work for you. So you can see our mom and our brother are on our party. And we've got all these protesters that we have to deal with. The guy we lost to is riling up the citizenry. So we want to take them out. So we have to send our group after the enemy. And if we catch the enemy by surprise, and if we attack them first, we get power. Think of this roughly as mana. We'll go into that in just a second. In fact, we'll do it right now. So there's a lot of inspiration from Earthbound for this game. The developers have stated themselves. I have not played Earthbound myself, but I'm familiar with the look and the basic premise of the game. And those of you who have played it will almost certainly see the similarities here. So as with typical RPGs, in the battle system we have our characters here. Again, the president stands off to the side, doesn't get his hands dirty, of course. And first we see we've got Mom. We've got her abilities. Nag enemies to inflict damage and lower their self-confidence. Encourage provides helpful encouragement and motherly advice. This is more for giving you general advice on how to play the game. We won't bother with that one for now. Now down here you have your power. She has 2 power orbs and Greg has 3 power orbs. If you look to the right of the spell or ability, I guess they're not spells, they're just abilities. If there's a green up sign, that means that this ability gives you power. And a red down arrow indicates that you actually lose them. Though these usually are more powerful abilities. But we are going to nag. We're going to use lecture. It damages and lowers defense and it increases our power. So let's go ahead and lecture this mean old protester. Now Greg, our brother, which you can actually name your characters. I named him Greg because who doesn't want good guy Greg as your brother? So he's got full power. We're going to pummel this guy. We're going to doggy pile. It does damage times 2 and it costs 2 power orbs. So let's go ahead and do that. Greg dog piles on a protester. Oh, but he missed. Mom lowers protester's defense with a stern lecture. As you can see, his defenses are lowered. Looks like a teacup. Protester smashes Greg with the malice of forethought. The president, of course, throws in a few snippy remarks, trying to help at least a little bit. So just for the heck of it, well, actually, let's go ahead and nag again. Get some more damage in on him. And let's go ahead and do it just a wrestle. The wrestle moves does damage 1 time instead of 2 times, but we get a power orb. So Greg wrestles the protester to the ground. 14 damage, and we're actually high enough that we can take these guys out pretty quickly. Now, one really cool feature of this game that I like is because of our level, these guys are level 1 and we're level 4. For most enemies, if you attack them like that, you automatically are victorious. Oops. But if they catch your guys running backwards, like they just did, we get ambushed. So I misclicked, and he happened to run into him as my guys were running back to me. So I actually lost power points. And you'll see we have both enemies here. If you encounter enemies and they're close together, you actually have to fight them at the same time. So generally speaking, you want to try to catch them when they are far apart. Now let's go ahead and we're going to lecture this protester here. And just to show you these abilities, Roundhouse, we're going to do Rough and Tumble. Attacks all targets, damage times 0.5, but it hits everyone. So Greg rumbles with the entire enemy team. 7 damage and 8 damage. Out, we've already got him down pretty low. Mom lowers a protester's defense with a stern lecture. He's actually almost dead or unconscious, whatever this game's version of defeat is. So we're being smashed with malice aforethought. He's telling him, "Don't hurt my brother, you big stupid head." Very, very adult language, so children probably should not be touching this game. We'll go ahead and do another round. Rough house. Not round. I keep reading it as rough house. Rough and tumble. This hopefully will kill the entire enemy team. 7, 6. Good. We took them both out. Take that, courtesy of elected vice presidents of the world. We got 7 XP and 1 bonus XP for fighting a group of enemies. So you actually might, in some cases, want to fight groups just to get more XP. So we can actually talk to these, certain individuals have these ellipses over the head, so let's talk to him. So, excuse me, sir, where are you trying to go? And we'll just say the school. Did you know that you can leave party members at the school to gain levels while you're not using them? It's a pretty exciting feature of the school, but we've blocked this area off since the teacher is currently at Moonbucks on a coffee break. Convince him to get back to class and we could probably open up the way. Alright, we're not going to kill all the protesters, but we're going to make our way over here. I've actually been over here before, so I just kind of want to show you how this works. Go ahead and take him out. Now, there are some of these NPCs, even though they're lower level, because they want to talk, you actually do have to do the fighting sequence. Now, I will say that early on, at least, these fights are can be pretty boring, to be honest, because you're just doing the same thing over and over, and there's no real challenge. Keep in mind, this is an alpha level demo. This is nowhere near completion. That's kind of, you know, while they're running a Kickstarter. So far, I'm really enjoying it. Like the animations. Oh, mom leveled up. Now, I don't know what that means. Brother boosts. So maybe that means she got more because my brother is in the party. That would be interesting if certain members of your party got bigger boosts during levels or other party benefits from being together. Like your mom and your brother together makes sense. So our brother hasn't leveled. So before we do this, I want to get in a fight here. Maybe he'll level. Nope. Let me find some way to get him to level. Oh, we'll find this little weird looking coffee bean looking guy. He tried to charge me, but luckily I got over quick enough and sent my mom after him. Let's go ahead and nag this guy. He doesn't have very much hit points, so we're just going to go pretty easy on him. Oh, you hit my mom, you damn chestnut. The sapling, whatever you are. Wow, of course he did. Well, that was the mom, right? There we go. Okay, sapling was defeated. We got 3 XP. That'll be enough to get him to level to 5. We learned a new ability, guard. Another thing that doesn't help is a lot of these abilities you learn early on. At least for your brother, because your mom really doesn't learn any new abilities, at least that I've found so far. They're like defensive abilities, and at this level of the game, it's completely unnecessary because you can just chain attack. Again, keep in mind, early alpha demo, but just a little bit of initial feedback. Let's kick this guy out because he's annoying me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, get down. Wow, they are really... Huh, that was weird. But again, probably something that could be ironed out later on. But yeah, so far I'm really liking this game, like more than I thought I would. I really like the art style. I like the animations. I really like your character, the president. Well, vice president, sorry. Very, very politician-y looking. And the story's just been very interesting so far, just amusing. So this is the opposition leader. Basically, this is the guy who ran against you in the election and lost. Oh, look who it is, everyone. Our illustrious vice president. How are you liking my organized, strictly legal protest against you? It's a bit sparsely attended, actually. No wonder you lost the election. But they're very loyal. They'll follow me to the ends of the earth. You sound a little crazy. I'll show you crazy. As your elected leader and someone who hasn't had their morning coffee, I feel it's my duty to disband this protest of yours. So we get into a fight with him. And this will be a pretty easy fight. I'll try to do this very quickly so I can show you recruiting party members, because that's a very interesting sounding aspect to this game that I want to see in action. I'm just very interested in this game. I was emailed by the developers to take a look at it, and this is the first chance I've gotten to look at it today. And I really like it so far. I like the aesthetic. I like the kind of tongue-in-cheek take on RPGs. Oh, and we've already beat him. We can ignore his protesters that he summons. Don't think I'm through with you yet. I'll be back, Mr. VP. I'll disband my protest for now. But you can count on us meeting again. What a disturbed guy. I hope I don't run into him again. I'm sure you won't. I'm sure that's the last time you'll ever see him again. Okay, so One annoyance. Well, let me go over two annoyances. First off, the phone vibrating, it's a little loud and obnoxious. Maybe that's just me, but it's pretty annoying. But your phone shows you your items, your equipment that you have. I don't really have any of that right now. You can look at your team. You can see some of the roster. I don't know if that's going to be everyone that they have planned that you can recruit, but you can see all the slots that you have to fill, at least in theory. It could always change, of course. You can look at your skills, your various characters. I'm not going to go into all that. I will save, even though I've had an issue with the saving, like it didn't save properly, and but again, early alpha beta, so I'm not too worried about that right now. But you do have your goals, which are basically your quests that you can take a look at, the people that you can recruit, etc. So first things first, let's go talk to the bakery guy. The bakery guy wanted us to clear out the protesters, so let's talk to him. Before we do that, I'm going to check. There's a lot of items that if you run next to them, you can interact with, and you actually get XP, like this. Only a true master baker uses wood. Well, actually, I did that before, so I already got the XP for it, but it gives you the idea. And it rewards you for exploring and looking around. Welcome to my bakery. How can I help you? I want to try to recruit him. Hey, Mr. Vice President, I heard you took care of the opposition leader. He had really been harassing me. I'm forever in your debt. I'm coming with you, so you'll always have fresh baked goods. The baker joins your party. He'll bake more advanced goodies for his shop as he gets stronger. We can name him whatever we want. We'll just name him Smo. So his name is Smo? Yes. Yes, it is. So we completed the quest and all got some XP. Now, let's talk about the recruiting mechanic in this game, because I think it's very unique. I've never heard of it before, and it sounds just interesting in general. Or I need to go do something else before I talk to the next person. But it's interesting in that basically anyone who is not an enemy can be recruited. So if you see a barista in the Moonbucks or a cop in the cop station, you can recruit them eventually. I think that is supposed to apply to all, if not almost all, of the NPCs. So let's talk to her. The conspiracy guy. They locked up the conspiracy guy that we talked to earlier because he was being a ranting lunatic, as conspiracy guys tend to be sometimes. So we went out and killed those little coffee bean seedlings looking guys, and they dropped evidence. Doesn't really explain why there is evidence, but again, early alpha, maybe that will be explained a little later on. I brought the evidence. There really is some crazy stuff happening around this town. I'm not convinced. Oh, come on. It's pretty compelling. Besides, that guy is harmless anyway. Why not just let him go? If I do, I need you to promise to look after him so he doesn't harass any more citizens. Can you do that? Of course. Of course, you have my words as your elected official. Alright then, here's your responsibility now. Now you can only have 3 members of a party at a time, so I will have to pick and choose, and I'll probably drop my mom out, which is cruel as that sounds. Thanks for getting me out of there. She just wouldn't listen to reason. Even so, maybe you should keep your theories to yourself from now on. Nah, I'll just come with you and tell them to you. You believe me, so that shouldn't be a problem. I kind of lied to him and told him I believed him just so that he would like me. The conspiracy joins your party. He has an almanac documenting the various creatures running amok. Conspiracy guy, we'll call him, right now, two word names. Is it working great? We'll call him Arix Jahones. Yes, that's definitely not in reference to anyone. So now we need to pick who we want in our party. I'm gonna go with conspiracy guy, the baker, and my brother. Sorry, Mom. I can always come pick you up later. Even though I don't think it actually picked them. Oh well, anyway. I'm actually not sure where to go to next. We're supposed to be finding the manager of the Moonbucks. I will look around for the manager for just a little bit to see if I can find him, but a lot of these places are blocked off. Assumingly, you can't get past them in the beta. I've tried the various houses, I believe. You can also knock on the doors. There's a note on the door, gone hiking. Now, we don't know where the manager is. The barista said that he had not shown up to work that day, and he has the key. Welcome to the nicest hiking trails west of the capital. Ah, maybe we have to go up here. Oop. Smo got a level. I still don't know what that means, but next ability at level 3. Okay. That's why it pays to read the signs. Ah, we can go up here. Let's see what we find. Probably not going to play a whole lot longer. I think you get the idea of how this works. Mount Pom Pom. And you could always try it yourself. Alright, let's kill these bugs. Let's see what this baker boy can do. You take the bumblebee by surprise. Everyone recharges 1 power. Let's nag the bee. I don't know how that works. I don't know why that would tear down a bee's emotions, but whatever. We'll go ahead and pummel him. What do you do? Prepare. Prepare enemies for being baked and destroyed. Well, nothing sounds more delicious than a baked bee. Bake. Heal allies with fresh baked goods. Ah, so we have 2 healers. Mom is mostly a healer, as you might read. So let's knead the bee. That sounds brilliant. Bumblebee protects itself with a bubble shield. Greg dogpiles on the bumblebee. Bumblebee's bubble shield absorbs the hit and pops. Bumblebee was protected against the attack. Mom lowers Bumblebee's defense with a stern lecture. Bumblebee's defense decreases. Smo kneads out with Bumblebee's lumps. That could sound bad depending on what you're attacking. Don't knead out its lovely lady lumps. That would be very bad. Provoke is kind of a taunt. It didn't seem to work for me though. Maybe I misread it before. Yeah, the enemy still attacked my mom after I provoked it. But it could have missed though. Protect yourself from damage. Again, at this level, not really necessary. So we have only 1 power orb, so let's go ahead and wrestle him to the ground. And we'll try this heal just to see what it's like. Oh, okay, you choose who to heal. Bumblebee protects itself with a bubble shield. Greg wrestles the bumblebee to the ground. Again, not a great strategy to wrestle a bee to the ground, but whatever. Mom lowers Bumblebee's defense with a stern lecture. Oh, and it dodged the lecture. How unfortunate. Smo recovers a small amount of Mom's hit points with a tasty bun. Mom actually heals by hugging, by the way, which I think is brilliant. Let's take this guy out. We got a pummel? Yeah, let's dogpile on him. And let's knead this bee. Heals itself with delicious honey. Man, these guys are a pain in the ass to kill. They are very defensive. Lowers defense. Now, one thing I don't like is I wish you could sort the order better. Like, I would always want Mom to go first because she's a healer and she does the taunts, which lower the defense. So I'd always want her to go first. So I wish there was a way to configure that, but again, early beta. Oh god. Aha! See, that actually caught me off guard. And there's 2 bees. We'll do this as a last fight. But I definitely encourage you guys, if you're even remotely interested in this, to check it out. Let's do it. Let's do a rough and tumble because that hits both enemies. We're gonna need this bee. We're gonna, Mom and Smo are gonna focus on the first bee, and then Greg will do AE attacks, I guess. Generally, it's probably better to do massive attacks against one enemy, but at least with a dual attack, he bursts both of their bubbles. And I don't mean that figuratively in this sense. We're kneading out the bee's lumps, which, you know, whatever. Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions. And that's what I like. I like the absolute ridiculousness of it. These abilities, building your own classes with a baker and a conspiracy theorist and your mother. I think it's great. I think it's really interesting. Again, I realized Earthbound was very weird and zany like this. But I like that it's an RPG that's not taking itself seriously. The art style goes really well with how it looks. And I just really like the presentation. I will say the music gets a little annoying. Like, this music's not too bad, but the music, like when you're in a town, it's another one of those games where the music is borderline between catchy and annoying. Let's go ahead and do the AE attack again. But yeah, it's on that borderline of catchy and annoying. And I think maybe one of the problems is it loops, like the main melody loops too quickly. Like it goes back to the main melody. I'm not a music guy, but I guess what I'm saying is it's just kind of got a little annoying after a while. But at the same time, it was catchy. So I think maybe if they just changed it to be on a longer loop, it wouldn't be so bad. So, all right, you have 3 power. Let's go ahead and dogpile on this guy. Let's take this bee out. Stop healing yourself, you jerk. Oh, wow. That was a nice hit. 19 damage. You should have stayed in bed this morning. I actually don't think bees sleep in beds as far as I'm aware. Oh, Smo got a level. And learn a new ability, Scorch. But yeah, definitely check this game out. I am very impressed with this. I really, really like the presentation. I like the whole comedic, tongue-in-cheek feel to it. And gameplay-wise, I really like the idea of being able to recruit all these different party members who get more powerful as you bring them with you. But as he mentioned, you can also leave party members who aren't currently in your party in school, and they will become more powerful then too. I don't know if there's other options, so maybe you can leave them in a school and certain things will improve. But if you put them in like the gym while they're not in a party, other things will improve. I think that would be a great idea, just so that you can balance out taking them with you and getting battle experience versus just learning or doing whatever in a school or a gym or whatever. So anyway, that was Citizens of Earth. Definitely check this out again. The link will be in the description below the video to both the Kickstarter, to the Kickstarter where the demo is linked. So absolutely try that out today. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment and subscribe if you'd like to see more of these. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.